National Electoral Commission Chairman and National Commissioners. Commissioner for Rural Development charges beneficiaries of government facilities to guard such projects against vandalism. Thus, outgoing Vice Chancellor of the University of New York attributes success to God and support of institutions governing council. Good morning and thanks for joining us in our AM News. Listen to the details. The Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has confirmed all the ministerial nominees that will handle the affairs of different sectors of the economy. Dora Okwekon, monitoring from Uyo, reports that the Senate President, Bukola Saraki, read out the confirmation of holding overwhelming support from senators.
Mr. Adebayo Shitu, Khadija Ibrahim, Adewale Isaac Folorenshaw, Baba Shehiru Mustafa, Mr. Geoffrey Onyema, Pastor Sani, Paul Buhari, Professor Onuka Anthony, Adamu, James Ocholi, Aisha Abubakar, Zainab Ahmed, Okechukwu Ehina, Mohammed Musa Bello, Chubike Rotimi Amechi, among others. Although the minority party, the PDP, walked out of the Senate, the ruling and confirmation were made in their absence as the majority took the lead.
Thank you all for the time and the contribution towards the screening exercise that will taking place. It is a challenge now. We congratulate the ministers who were sworn in to begin their work and forming the team to work with our president in moving Nigeria forward.
The 36 names submitted by the President of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, have however been confirmed. The National Assembly will reconvene on Tuesday, November 3 by 10 a.m. In Uyo, Dora Okwekon, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the Senate has continued to screen key government functionaries who have been nominated for various official duties in the country. Dora Okwekon, again, who monitored the exercise from you, reports that the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC Chairman, and National Commissioner nominees took turns to defend their mandate respectively.
As Independent National Electoral Commission Chairman and National Commissioners were Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, Dr. Mohammed Mustafa, Ajia Amina Sakari, Dr. Antonia Taye Okusi Simbene, Baba Shetima Alfo, and Mr. Dedeji Solomon.
Success of any election depends on the ability of the Commission to organize and arrange properly and in advance.
The nominees, while analyzing the wealth of experiences, academic attainments, as well as defending their mandates, gave their submissions, which attracted reactions from some senators, including the minority leader of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, who is the immediate past governor of Akwa Ibom State. While approving the already screened nominees, the Senate President, Bukola Saraki, with the support of the senators, officially approved the nominees. In Uyo, Dora Okwekon, NTA News.
And away from National Assembly matters, ahead of the expiration of the extended date of the registration of bank verification number, your residents are varied in their opinion of the exercise. Ilidomipa reports that while some still go for additional days, blaming it on inconsistencies on the part of the bank, others say the time given was long enough.
Verification number exercise, an initiative of the Central Bank of Nigeria and the Bankers Committee, was launched with the hopes that the exercise holds the key to addressing electronic fraud cases in the industry. At its launch on February 14, 2014, the exercise was described as an initiative that will boost financial inclusion, as those who had before now stayed away from mainstream banking due to low literacy level will be able to open and access their bank accounts using the biometric information rather than traditional identification methods. The exercise, although slated to end on June 30, 2015, was extended to October 31, 2015 due to what many believed were caused by inconsistencies by the banks as well as general awareness deficiencies. A check of some financial institutions in Uyo, the state capital, shows that the premises of these institutions have been taken over by customers, especially as the deadline is in a few hours. For those who have done the exercise, they blame the crowd at the banks for waiting just at the last minute to be registered, saying it is typical of the Nigerian last-minute rush.
Some people, they like it for those hours rush, that when it's easy going, nobody is interested.
Others have excuses why they have not been able to register yet. Whatever is the case, the Central Bank of Nigeria says it will not extend the date for the registration beyond October 31, 2015, and all those who have not been duly registered will not be able to access their bank accounts by November 1, 2015. In Uyo, Ididio Niba, NTA News.
Facilities in their areas to enable them get moved to ensure even development of the private state. The Commissioner for Rural Development, Mr. Samson, gave the charge while inspecting rural electrification projects in some parts of Academy and rural and development areas. John Paul takes it from here.
Of Ikorebak, Ikoraka, and Ikorekpinyong in Mpareni local government area, as well as Zorukanam people, as they received the Commissioner for Rural Development, Mr. Samson. The Commissioner for Rural Development, Mr. Samson, while inspecting rural electrification projects in the area, reiterated the commitment of Akwa Ibom State Government to reconnect all parts of the state to the national grid. Mr. disclosed that the phase 1 of the rural electrification projects cover Ona, Okobo, Ini, Mpareni, and parts of urban and local government areas of the state. He called on the people to continue to support Governor Emmanuel-led administration to enable them gain more from the state government.
We want to light up our rural communities. We've been to Ubatenim, we're now in Horoganam. And you can clearly see a commitment to we are committed to make sure that those who reside in our rural areas have access to electricity. That community should protect what they have. That when government intervenes in your community, you must protect government's materials.
The village heads of the area and some prominent stakeholders expressed satisfaction with the state government and promised to continue to support the government as well as protect the facilities.
People are more than happy because that this is the first government that present our village. So I thank you people every angle. So I'm more than happy.
You welcome the governor. You welcome the government in this very community. We say thank you for what you've done for us because we have seen a light at the dark end of the tunnel.
From Opanam, John Paul Alumon, NTA News.
The outgoing Vice Chancellor of the University of New York, Professor Comfort Eko, has attributed the successes recorded during her tenure to her determination and commitment of the institution's governing council and other stakeholders. She made this known while briefing journalists on the forthcoming convocation of the University of New York.
Chancellor of the University of Uyo, the briefing afforded her the opportunity to recount her numerous achievements within her tenure as Vice Chancellor. While appreciating God for the grace to do the much she did, Professor Comfort Eko said the task of raising the bar of academic excellence in the University of Uyo was not an easy one. She however noted that it has paid off in the number of students who will be receiving first-class honors during the graduation ceremony.
That we had the best raising student from Mesa, which used to be a completely field. It's something that I'm very excited about. I feel happy that God stood by me and caused me to do what He wanted me to do at this time.
While calling for support for the new Vice-Chancellor of the university, Professor Ekpo said the institution will continue to strive for excellence. She appreciated the Governing Council, academic and non-academic staff, as well as stakeholders and friends of the University of Uyo for their contributions, which she said went a long way in ensuring her success as Vice-Chancellor.
The University of Uyo will continue to strive for excellence in spite of the challenges to reclaim the exiled brains and past glory, given our current ranking and fit in several areas. I must also appreciate all those that did not support my tenure because they caused me to excel more.
Professor Comfort Ekpo is a professor of educational technology, the first female professor in the University of Uyo, the first female vice-chancellor, and the fourth substantive vice-chancellor of the institution, appointed in December 2010. In Uyo, Marian Vincent Oko, NTA News.
Some flood-prone areas of Uyo in Okinawa State were overtaken by water due to the heavy rainfall of Thursday, October 29, 2015. Correspondent Kim Pola reports that many homes were submerged with property worth thousands of naira. Some of the most affected areas are Tiku Abubakar Road, IBB Way, as well as the Sikaribok Avenue. The flood also caused traffic buildup along major highways. Details of this report will be brought to you in Ernest Weather. Residents of Uyo, the Akwa State capital, have decried the increase in fuel price from 87 naira to 100 naira per litre. These fingers who inspect some filling stations in Uyo came back with this report.
To some filling stations in Uyo indicates that many filling stations have increased the fuel price to 100 naira per litre, above the government-approved pump price of 87 naira, while others were seen closed. Some motorists and business operators who spoke with NTA News expressed concern over the increase in price, describing it as unhealthy. They said if the pump prices are not checked, it will affect the prices of other products, which will affect the common man.
We are expecting the cost to be reduced to the normal rate that the normally have.
Petroleum dealers who spoke off camera said the increase is caused by non-availability of fuel at the petroleum depot. They appealed to the federal government to direct the Nigeria National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, to make fuel available at various depots in the country. It is the hope of residents of Uyo that fuel prices restored to the normal government-approved pump price of 87 naira to ease their sufferings. In Uyo, Peace Fingesi, NTA News.
Now to sports. The defending champions of the FIFA Under-17 World Cup, the Golden Eagles of Nigeria, defeated Australia 6-0 to qualify for the quarterfinals of the ongoing FIFA Under-17 World Cup in Chile. Sports fans in Uyo have expressed satisfaction with the Golden Eagles and urged them to remain focused ahead of the match against Brazil on Saturday. Sports correspondent Tom Pola gives us more details.
The Golden Eagles of Nigeria have established their prominence in Chile with a 6-0 win over Australia in the knockout game of the ongoing 2015 FIFA Under-17 World Cup in Chile. Nigeria dominated the encounter from the blast of the whistle and opened scoring in the 27 minutes through top scorer Victor Osimhen, who scored a hat-trick in the match. Skipper Kelechi Iheanacho converted a penalty to put the game beyond the Australians, who were on the receiving end until the game ended 6-0. Some sports fans in Uyo have expressed satisfaction with the Golden Eagles and urged them to go ahead and win the tournament for the 5th time.
Even the Brazil, they are afraid of us, seeing what we've done from the beginning of the game. The way we defeated the whole team, Chile and 5 goals to 1. Now, including Australia, 6 goals to 1. I think that we also can play one. You must not forget that we are defending champions, and we are also one of the sides that have won this tournament in 4 times. The way they are playing, the team confidence, and the coach is doing very well. I think they are really can defend themselves. Okay, let me just say the underrated Croatia is because maybe they thought they were qualified. They don't need to, they have nothing to lose. But against Australia, you see, they went in all out. They gave their everything. But I will still say that coach Emmanuel Amonike has to do something about the defense.
Victor Osimhen is the leading scorer in the ongoing competition with 7 goals in 4 matches, while Nigeria has scored 14 goals in 4 matches. Golden Eagles of Nigeria will play Brazil on Sunday in the quarterfinals of the Under-17 World Cup in Chile. For Sports Update, John Paul Alun, NTA News.
And after weather, the weather forecast for Friday, October 30, 2015 indicates that